Good evening, you're still watching The Big Story. I'm Robbie Alampay. Some 500 years ago, Ferdinand Magellan started the first navigation in the history of the circumnavigation in the history of the world. But when did Magellan actually arrive in the Philippine Islands? And is Spain's arrival actually worth celebrating for Filipinos? Let's find out with mobile journalist Stanley Gajete, who's giving us a front seat to the story.
For two generations of Filipinos, this was the song that helped define their sense of early Philippine history.
On March 16, 1521, when Philippines was discovered by Magellan.
March 16, 1521, Magellan supposedly discovered what would later be called the Philippine Islands. This was chronicled by Antonio Pigafetta and immortalized by 70s pop singer Yoyoy Villame. But 500 years later, the exact date had to be corrected. Magellan really landed in Homonon Island, Samar on March 17, 1521. Pigafetta failed to adjust his dates after crossing the international date line. This is now the date commemorated by the island and the National Quincentennial Commission. Another point in dispute that Magellan discovered the Philippines. Historians say that Magellan did not come as a conqueror of savages. In fact, Magellan and his men look more like refugees who met an advanced but foreign culture.
The Filipinos and the Europeans discovered each other. Akala natin dumating yung mga Espanyol, all-powerful. Apparently, tayo pala yung nagbigay sa kanila ng comfort.
Magellan's arrival would eventually lead to colonization of what he then called Islas de San Lazaro. The Portuguese explorer set sail under the Spanish flag on a mission to find a new passage through the west. And as part of the deal, he would carve a new path for conquistadors and evangelists. But that was still far in the future.
So yes, colonialism was bad, but let us not also forget that today, we have a strong relationship with Spain. We have to continue the cultural exchange as our ancestors did.
And in the end, it was Magellan's expedition that would circumnavigate the world to show people that one does not fall off the end of the earth. At least in that respect, Filipinos carved their name in history by making sure that Magellan's expedition would survive and make it around the world.
Kung hindi pinakain ng mga Pilipino, yung mga Espanyol dito, patay na sila, it would have delayed the scientific discovery of our world. Kung ano ba talaga yung mundo natin.
Stanley Gajete, We Are One News.
Sorry, parang tayo yung